Hi guys. Okay, I decided to record this video this morning because I know that somebody needs to hear this. I'm gonna try not to cry because it's a lot. It just happened, so I have to kind of process everything. But let me start by saying a few years ago, I used to really struggle with hearing God's voice. And people would talk about, their experiences, how God revealed this to them and everything. And I would be jealous because I would be like, I want God to talk to me. I never hear God's voice. Where is he at in my life, And so, like, me and one of my closest friends had, like, this really, really crazy spiritual experience. And it was after that I started to really hear God's voice. Maybe I was hearing him the whole time, but I just couldn't recognize that it was him. But we got really clear on acknowledging that that was God. And so I had been in like a really bad relationship. And, you get in bad relationships and then it's over. And then you cry, and then that's when you're turning to God. You're like, God, I don't know how to go on. Like, help me get past this and whatever. So after, like, I had, like, a really bad year, God really revealed to me why I was here. And at the time, I had told my friend who, we had that spiritual experience. And even when I was saying it to her, I wasn't, what do you call it? I felt kind of crazy saying it, because it wasn't that I didn't think she was going to believe me or think I was crazy, but what God told me was so, like, big that I didn't even feel worthy enough of taking on that task. So, while I was saying it and while it sounded good, I still felt like me, like, of all people, like Ariel. And so that was maybe like 3 years ago. And so, since that time, I've probably told about 3 or 4 more people about it. And this whole time, I've just been like, working on myself. And oh my goodness, I have to prepare myself to be this person that God told me I'm going to be, or to do this thing that God, said I was going to do. So I've really been putting in a lot of work into myself over the past few years to prepare to be this person. And last night, like over the weekend, like I've just had like, a lot of, I don't know what kind of moments to call them, but I've just been being honest with myself and just thinking about the people around me. And last night, like, God said something to me the other day. Like, God put an idea in my head. And, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. It sounds good. But last night, God made it clear to me why he said what he said those years ago. And I realized that this whole time, I've been preparing to be this person that God told me I was going to be, when I've been that person the whole time. And God had just been waiting for me to start being that person for other people, to start doing what he told me I was here to do. And I made this video because I think a lot of us struggle with not feeling worthy. God has told us something, or, growing up, I grew up with Caribbean parents, and, like, everything is a comparison thing. Oh, look at that person, they're doing this, and what are you doing, and whatever. And I've never really let that faze me, because I know that everybody has their own path, and what's for me is for me. So I don't care what the next person is doing. I wish them luck, but I'm going to be great in whatever I do. And I think that sometimes subconsciously, like, you want to be great, but you're holding yourself back from your greatness because of those feelings of unworthiness. And so I just really wanted to share that, because I think that, like, you know, we all have gifts, and God, you know, God makes no mistakes. So if he tells you something, or if you've been getting like this hunch that this is what you're supposed to be doing, just do it. You don't have to be perfect to do it. You know, like, I launched my Ariel Inspires brand a few months ago, and I haven't really, you know, put out any content or anything because I've been trying to make it perfect. I need a logo. I need to learn how to, you know, use this camera that I've had for 2 years. I need to do this. I need to have like the perfect background. I need to, you know, do all these things. Like, I want everything about my site to be perfection, and I want to be the only imperfection, you know, like, and no, you just have to do it. You just have to get out there and be that person that, you know, God told you you are, or do whatever God told you you're supposed to do, because, you know, he calls the unqualified. You know, you feel like you're unqualified, but God knows what he's doing. He knows that it's your lack of perfection that makes you special. And, you know, it's funny because for the past few months, I think I've been kind of building up to this moment. And I went to this conference a few months ago, maybe like, yeah, a month and a half ago. And she asked us, you know, what we're really good at. You know, I'm good at a lot of things, but I had to like get deep with myself for a moment and say, yeah, you're good at those things, but what are you really good at? What makes you special? What makes you strong? What makes you, you know, Ariel? And I realized that it's my ability to fall down and get back up again and just keep going. And I think that, you know, like, when I realized that that time, like a few months ago, and then, you know, what God said to me last night, like, everything just started coming together. Like, I've just been like, wow, I've been over here really, you know, wasting time and trying to be who I already am, you know? And so, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I just wanted to say that to somebody this morning. Like, you may be out there struggling, feeling like you're not good enough, but you are. So just start doing whatever it is that you feel you're supposed to be doing, whatever God placed in you for you to be. Be that person. He'll make things happen for you. It doesn't have to be perfection. Just do it. And he'll piece the puzzle together along the way. Like, you know, one thing, I have been putting off time and, you know, trying to be this person, but God has been sending the right people in my path. Like, the connections I've made over the past few years are, you know, like, sometimes I just sit back and I'm just like, me, you know, like, and you just know, like, every time it happens that that person was just placed in your life by God. So, yeah, just start being whoever you're supposed to be. That's it. I hope that this helps somebody today. I'm happy I didn't cry, because it's a lot, like, when you have those aha moments. But, yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Bye. Have a great day. Have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.